Does he think you're as amazing as you hope? Men have unique and often subtle ways of showing interest, but there are clear patterns that give it all away. Here are the 7 clearest signs he finds you more attractive than you imagine. And spoiler, sign number 4 might completely change how you view his behavior around you. Sign number 1, he can't stop looking at you. Have you ever noticed when someone keeps looking at you, almost like they can't take their eyes off you? It gives you that little butterfly feeling, doesn't it? Those looks say much more than 1,000 words. If he keeps glancing your way, even if he tries to hide it or looks quickly, you can bet you're occupying more space in his thoughts than you realize. And that subtle smile while he looks, it's practically a calling card for his feelings. These looks can happen in any situation, when you're talking, while you're distracted, or even when you pass by without thinking. He might try to glance away quickly, but that only makes it more obvious. People who try to hide something often feel strongly about it, don't you think? Think back to that time at a group dinner when you noticed he kept finding excuses to look at you, even from across the table. Or that coworker who always seems to be watching when he thinks you won't notice. Little details like that show there's something more behind those glances. Now the question is it just admiration, or is there something deeper? Pay attention to the other signs, because looks are just the beginning. Next, we'll talk about how he shows interest in what you do and say. Sometimes actions perfectly complement what the eyes can't hide. Sign number 2. He asks questions about your life. When a guy starts asking about you, it's not just because he's curious. It's because he wants to build a real connection. Questions about your dreams, childhood moments, or what you like to do in your free time are clear signs he's interested in who you truly are. Not just small talk. Imagine him remembering a detail you mentioned weeks ago or asking about that hobby you brought up just once. It's like his way of saying, without directly saying it, that he's paying attention and wants to be part of your life. Every question he asks is like opening a door to get closer and closer to you. If he wanted to, he could talk about anything, sports, work, the weather, but he chooses to focus on you. That shows he's not just being polite, he genuinely wants to hear your story, to know more about what makes you happy. These questions don't come out of nowhere. They're signs he really cares. Now tell me, has he ever asked you a question that really stuck with you? Share it. And stay tuned, because in the next sign, we'll talk about those little actions he might not even notice he's doing, but that reveal just how special you are to him. Those gestures are like a spark in the eyes that you just can't ignore. Sign number 3. He remembers small details about you. Have you noticed how, when someone really cares, even the smallest things about you become special? If he remembers your dog's name, that song you love, or even the restaurant you dream of visiting, it's because he's truly paying attention. This isn't random. Every detail he holds onto shows how much your words mean to him. Now think about it. Has he ever remembered something you'd completely forgotten? Like when he asks about that movie you mentioned weeks ago, or shows up with your favorite treat just because he saw it and thought of you. These little gestures, as simple as they seem, are his way of saying, I see you and you matter. What's even more fascinating is that he's not doing it on purpose, like he's keeping a checklist. He remembers because you're important enough to hold a special place in his mind. It's like he's storing all the things that make you happy without even realizing it. So now, the big question is, what else could he be holding on to that you don't know about? Sign number 4. He gets nervous around you. Have you noticed how some people get a little clumsy around someone they really like? If he seems more nervous when he's with you, it's a strong sign that you make an impact on him. Whether it's that awkward laugh, stumbling over his words, or fidgeting with his shirt like he doesn't know what to do with his hands, those signs speak louder than any declaration. Think about that moment when he started talking faster, or tried to crack a joke but seemed a little flustered. That nervousness is his way of balancing the desire to impress you with the fear of revealing just how much you affect him. It's almost like he's caught in a dance between confidence and insecurity. And here's the funny thing. Some men try to hide it with jokes or by pretending they're totally relaxed. But if you pay attention, you'll notice the restless hands, unnecessary movements, or that silence he desperately tries to fill. All of it shows how much he cares, even if he doesn't say it outright. Have you ever noticed something like this happening? These signs are easy to spot when you're paying attention. Sign number 5. He always wants to be near you. Have you noticed that he always seems to be wherever you are, almost as if the universe is conspiring in your favor? If he finds ways to show up in the same places or offers to help with something even when you didn't ask, it's no coincidence. He simply wants to be near you. Whether it's events you've mentioned or little everyday moments, he's always creating opportunities to connect. For example, you mention your favorite yoga class, and suddenly he's interested in relaxation. Or in a group setting, he always manages to end up close to you, starting conversations or doing something to catch your attention. It's not just about being in the same place, it's about being in the same place with you. Another strong sign is when he creates these moments out of the blue. An unexpected message about grabbing coffee or a suggestion for an outing that reminded him of you isn't random. These gestures may seem small, but they're full of meaning. He's showing even subtly that you're a priority in his thoughts. But here's the question, does he do this with everyone or just you? Pay attention because the next sign will dive into something even more direct. Sign number 6. He compliments you in a unique way. Compliments reveal a lot about how someone sees you, and when they're specific, that's where the truth lies. If he compliments the sparkle in your eyes when you talk about something you love, your one-of-a-kind laugh, or even the way you solve problems, he's seeing you in a way that no one else does. These details show genuine admiration and a deeper connection. Think about it. Instead of something generic like, "You're pretty," he might say, "I love how you always find creative solutions. It's so inspiring." These comments show that he's paying attention to what makes you unique. He's not just noticing the obvious, he's valuing your essence, the qualities that set you apart. And usually, these compliments come out of nowhere, in the most casual moments. Maybe you're telling a random story, and he interrupts to say, "I love how you always make everything sound so fun." It's the kind of compliment that goes beyond appearance. It's about who you are. Now here's the big question. Could he be seeing something in you that you don't even realize about yourself? This leads us to the next sign. But first, a quick note. Do you think you truly understand what attracts a man? What if I told you there's something so deep and instinctive that most people don't even notice? Unlocking this secret is like having the magic formula for creating an unbreakable love and a unique connection. Want to know how it works? Don't miss the video in the comments. This could be the game changer you've been waiting for. But first, let's check out the final sign. Sign number 7. He makes sure to support you. One of the most beautiful gestures a man can show is genuine support, the kind that shows up without you needing to ask. When he's by your side encouraging your dreams, helping you face challenges, or simply being a reliable presence, it's more than just kindness. It's about creating a space where you feel valued and safe to be yourself and grow even more. For example, imagine you're going through a tough time at work, filled with difficult decisions. He doesn't just listen. He offers ideas, suggests solutions, or simply reminds you how capable you are. It's not just saying, "Everything will be fine." It's actively showing that he believes in your potential and wants to see you succeed. This goes far beyond a fleeting interest. It's his way of saying through actions that he wants to be part of your life. This support shows up in the small things too. Maybe he notices you're tired and offers to carry the groceries, or he brings you coffee when he knows you need a moment to recharge. Or on those hard days, he's the one who shows up to listen, keep you company, or make you smile. These gestures speak to a care that goes beyond the present. It's about wanting the best for you always. Now, think about this. If he's already doing all of this so naturally, imagine what it would be like if he felt even more comfortable expressing his feelings. Support is one of the strongest foundations of any true relationship. These signs, even if subtle, are like puzzle pieces he's putting together without realizing it, and each gesture brings you closer to a special, lasting connection. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Don't miss the next video playing on the screen right now.